This is going to be a quick one. Welcome everyone. So what makes this a choropleth map? There's a few things. The first one being that it has color. Choropleth is Greek for color. Easy. Okay, you see that there's different colors on the map. The second thing is that we have discrete spatial units or geographic units. That means that they're not continuous. It's not like temperature, elevation. It's data that can be aggregated up to a geographic area. So Texas, LA, and Arizona, there are solid boundaries here. Sorry, Arkansas. There's different boundaries here. Okay, and we're able to differentiate Texas from Arkansas and Louisiana. So we have color, and the way color works on a choropleth map, and when you make it, is that the lighter color is less than the darker color, right? And this is just kind of visual hierarchy and how our brains work and how our eyes see color. So darker color, more saturation equals a higher value, higher rural poverty. The second thing is that we're aggregating these numbers up to a discrete geographic unit that is separated from other geographic units. The third part is that we're taking our data and we're putting it into categories. We're classifying it, and you're going to do a lot of this, and that's this over here. Like the question for us is, okay, how did we decide that this color is 19 or more, and this color was 15 to 18.9? There's several different methods. There's natural breaks, there's equal interval, there's my favorite, which is quantile, that puts an equal number of observations in each category. So basically make sure that there's maybe 4 categories, right? We pick a number of categories too. The human eye can only see about 6 color differentiations, so you definitely don't want to do more than that, but 3 or 4 is pretty good. 3 is like low, medium, high, and 4 in this case, we can easily differentiate between these colors. So what we're doing is we have these discrete states. Each one has a value, and we're going to give it a color based on its value. So we create these color buckets, right? Imagine there's actually a bucket in this color, and we're going to decide how big that bucket is. Is it going to be small or is it going to be large? How many buckets is there going to be? And that's the power of making a choropleth map and thinking about it to tell a story. Because if we change the classification method, we change the number of categories, the size of the color buckets, right? Then we might have Arizona over here show up very differently, just like when we talked about with the modifiable area unit problem, right? Depending on how we do the choropleth map, it can look very different. We can tell a very different story, and that's fascinating to me. So, we can tell one story about rural poverty or another, depending on how we do these categories. We can make them all dark, and it would seem that it's a widespread problem. Or we could make them mostly light, and then it would seem like there isn't any problem. So we have to be careful about what the categories are and the kind of the story the author is trying to tell.